warriors. Fled so fast, didn't manage to pack. Beautiful sword. Not a scratch on it. Our army showed well in the parade, but when it came down to it...
Oh, puzzle battle. Okay. Nilfgaardian military superiority was so immense that even Imperial reconnaissance units posed a serious threat to Meve's modest army. Rather than retreat and await reinforcements, the Nilfgaardians decided to take the offensive. Eliminate the spotters before they escape. Yeah, I noticed I hold my neck a lot. Looks kind of weird. Try not to do that. Might be hard. Trial by fire. How many tries will it take me today? If a unit appears on this row, this unit becomes alerted. If alerted, move one row away from the opponent every turn. On turn start. If no rows are left to move to, escape and raise the alarm. If a unit, so this guy can trigger this guy, can trigger this guy, can trigger this guy. So if I take out, if a unit, does this count as a unit? I've not a clue, let's find out. No. Should move it up there.
One boat all I need. Give me a target.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, dead.
The answer is 1. It'll take me 1 try. Can I stop? Escape? Act? What? I guess I have to use the ability. Alright. From Andrew Joka, bookkeeper, to Colonel Lucanzola. As instructed, the regimental treasury was transferred to the village of Jedland, south of camp. In order to minimize the chance of enemy interception, the chests have been concealed under the bridge. I've also begun the withdrawal of supplies toward Alzur. May the gods watch us over us both. Watch us over both? I haven't come across any locks yet, so... Oh, that just reminded me. I need to find those rocks with the trees. Oh. For my treasure. Give me the loot. My fat loot. Oh boy. Got a new avatar, guys. My excitement is overflowing. What's up here? You know what? I'm getting something to drink. Okay. In we go.
Meve shook her head in disbelief as she surveyed the landscape before her. The Nilfgaardians had destroyed everything in their path. Burned farms, trampled fields, leveled orchards.
The bastards.
She hissed.
They mean to cause a famine.
When the Lyrians reached Braithwaite, a small village near Aldersburg, they saw gaunt men and women, more bone than flesh, gnawing on acorns and boot leather. The invaders had requisitioned every scrap of the village's food stores and hauled it off to their nearby camp. In strained voices, the villagers begged the Queen to help them retrieve their supplies.
Milady, Frost'll come before we know it. Fair't help us. Why not a soul will live to see the thaw?
Meve looked around at the blackened, scorched village. at the walking skeletons who dwelled in it. The suffocating smoke bellowing up from the fields sent tears streaming down her face,
I'll do what I can.
was all she said. She knew this was not the time for a rousing speech. She needed to act.
Okay.
Milady, have mercy. We'll waste away and starve. Milady, have mercy.
I'll
We'll
show
waste
you
away
mercy.
and starve.
Meve's matronly mercy.
The Lyrians reached the outer defenses of the camp where the Nilfgaardians had taken Braithwaite's food stores. Rayla delivered her report.
3 heavy infantry regiments, Nazari arbalists,
The warrior said.
and I heard neighing, so they've cavalry as well.
Meve said nothing, working it over in her head. The fate of the starving villagers weighed on her heart. But was it worth risking heavy losses to aid them?
I mean, it's a game, right? So it couldn't
The
possibly.
Nilfgaardians keep food in storage and watch it rot while peasants perish from hunger. Will we allow this?
The queen said, addressing her soldiers. Cried the soldiers.
I didn't think so.
Meve said with a smile as she drew her weapon.
Lyrians, attack!
Can't possibly be an impossible battle. Meve wondered whether a single Nilfgaardian felt shame for seizing food from a defenseless peasant, condemning him to starve slowly and painfully. Would he endure sleepless nights plagued by nightmares, perhaps turn away in disgust upon seeing his own reflection in a looking glass? She had her doubts. And there's no long-term consequences for battles, so might as well. Ooh. Why? Okay. Got Black Rayla. Got a Pitfall. I would like to have a bomber. And we don't need 2 scythemen. Okay, Gascon's good with the slingers. So far, this guy's not got too much utility to him. So, we'll keep the Merlot. Get rid of that. There we go. We don't have an alchemist. I have too many good cards now. It's getting harder to choose. What I'll do is I'll get rid of my scytheman. Alright. That works for me.
Today our swords shall taste imperial blood.
Every turn on turn start, boost a random ally by 2 and give it 2 armor. Death Wish. Destroy all palisades and boost all enemies in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 2. Palisade. Doomed. Disaster moves unit from the game after it moves to the graveyard. Okay.
I smell a leak. Hundred and 1, 102, 103.
Strengthen all allies by 1.
Hundred and 52, 154.
What is this? Ah.
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
Order!
Why do I care about this palisade? Is there any special... Oh, this is a play-by-play. Interesting. Oh, it'll help me. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Okay.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Order will triumph. It must
Whoa.
triumph. Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Life is mine now!
If we get rid of the palisades and gates, it'll let my slingers move guys around so I can move them back onto the pit traps. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Make love, not war.
Ow. Oh. Well, she's gone.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
El Herzer.
Hey?
No, it's not going to happen. Oh well. Oh, I might have missed Meve's ability earlier, Bax.
Ah!
Oh well.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Oh, okay. Oh, they're even better with the pit traps than I thought they'd be.
Your Grace, the battle's won. We've secured the storehouses.
And what a victory.
Meve managed to rout the Nilfgaardian troops and regain the stolen supplies. However, the Queen's good humor faded soon after the battle. Her soldiers began loudly demanding she not return to the village, but keep the food for her troops.
We've nigh empty bellies too, my lady. And whatever we give them, the black-clad bastards will just steal right back. Better to strengthen our own army than the enemy's.
Easy it would have been to take offense at the soldier's words, to accuse him of greed. But his words held much merit. Meve's army had no less need for the food than the peasants, and in war-ravaged Edirn there were few chances to replenish their supplies. After a moment's hesitation, the Queen announced her decision.
We shall divide the food. Half we return to the peasants, half we keep for ourselves.
Hopefully that's good enough for those filthy, downtrodden peasants. Dirt farmers. I think I've got enough to buy my next Develop. Next upgrade. Here we go. What do I want to get? Sure. Oh, I don't have enough for that. Get out of here. I'm low on wood now. Well, let's just get this then. Oh, what? Oh yeah, that's fine. Back. Give me my something of Scepter of Storms. Yeah. Trophy's full. Oh, it's a trophy. Well, then. I want my money back. Give me back my money. Yeah, I don't really care about any of these. Here. Alright, peasants, what do you gotta say to me?
At first, the peasants were glad to see the soldiers, but their joy quickly turned to anger when they found Meve had decided to return only half the recovered supplies.
And for the Queen to stoop so low, robbing good folk, starving good folk. Ugh.
Meve refused to argue with the villagers. Yes, justice was on their side, but in times of war, justice counts for little.
Payment for services rendered. I guess that wouldn't make me a queen, would make me
A thief
mercenary.
who takes half your coin is just as much a thief as one who takes it all. Remember these words well.
Besides, this isn't even her territory. No.
Meve's mount reared and flattened its ears, spooked for no visible cause. Trusting in animal instinct, Meve jumped to the ground and felt tremors under her boots. At first, they were faint, barely palpable, then grew stronger and stronger.
What's going on?
Meve cried.
Why does the earth tremble?
Before anyone could respond, a scout from the forward guard let out a terrified cry. A moment later, snapped trees crashed down around them, and out of the woods came a 30-foot-tall stone giant.
Gods,
Whispered the queen.
what is that?
A golem,
Isbel whispered back.
favorite servant of Nilfgaardian mages.
As if to confirm his words, soldiers marched out from behind the giant, clad in heavy black plate. Their leader, however, wore but a light tunic, and his hands glowed with a strange blue light.
Dithen Quan and Lyrian!
He shouted, giving the order to attack.
Gloire and Ard Feyin!
I don't remember golems being 30 feet tall in The Witcher 3. Maybe this is a different type of golem. 50?! The first Nilfgaardian invasion was eventually repelled, due in large part to the aid of mages and sorceresses, who tilted the scales in the North's favor. In preparation for the next war, the Emperor devoted greater resources to Nilfgaard's own school of magic in order to diminish the Nordlings' advantage. Before long, new recruits began to appear in the Imperial Army's ranks. Recruits who stood over a dozen feet tall, served with unwavering obedience, and were made of solid rock. Optional, eliminate Albric. Two pit traps. I want my bomber. Where's my bomber? Nah. None of you guys are bombers. Another pit trap. How many more do I have? Is this a normal battle? That was me. Set units power equal to the amounts left. Okay, I'm curious how. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay. There we go. Got a box. No ability, no ability. Deploy, spawn 2 lesser golems. Alrighty.
I smell a leak.
Oops.
I live to serve.
Mom, break the mage's spell, and the golem's power will wane to naught.
Every turn on turn start, damage the highest enemy unit by the power of the lowest unit in the opponent's hand. No, that's not good. Highest by the lowest. That's really obnoxious. Bye, Knickers. Bye, Knickers.
You mad? Don't shake that!
We'll be fine. Ow. What's this? What was that?
The mage! Kill the mage!
Okay. We'll see if I can manage that.
Ah!
I don't really know what's going on with that ability. This is still screaming, but yeah, I think I can turn. Oh, I could. Sweet. Mage is gonna die now.
Bigger they are, easier they are to tackle.
Your Grace, it worked!
Raising her shield against the whistling rain of arrows, Meve fought her way towards the Nilfgaardian mage leading the attack. At close quarters, magic arcana would stand no chance against a well-swung blade. Meve roared, delivering a powerful blow. Her blade severed the mage's aorta, and drowning in his own blood, he fell to the ground. He choked out by way of last words. Then the blue aura coming from his hands flickered out, and the stone giant thundered to the ground in pieces. When the dust of the battle had settled, the queen ordered her men to search the Nilfgaardian camp. In the mage's tent, they found a rare instrument used to communicate at a distance, a megascope. The crystals encrusted in its brass frame were still warm, meaning it had recently been used to conduct a conversation The burning question was, with whom?
Isbel!
Yelled the queen. The mage dutifully came closer.
This device. Could you activate it?
Yes, Your Grace. But are you sure?
I am. Get to work.
Isbel nodded, then began calibrating the magic device. Finally, something clicked. A light flickered on, and before Meve's eyes appeared the outline of a Nilfgaardian general.
Speak common, please. I know not your tongue.
Oh, forgive me. I thought I spoke to someone else. Good to see you in good health, Queen. Or ex-Queen, I suppose, would be the more apt title.
Instead of fretting so much over my title, give yours.
Of course. Where are my manners? Duke Adel Ebdahi, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. I believe you've heard of me.
Well, my voice for him wasn't appropriate at all.
Of course I have. You are the coward who, instead of facing me himself, employed traitors to do his bidding.
What you call cowardice, I call diplomacy. And you must admit this diplomacy has proven quite successful. First Lyria, then Rosberg, and southern Edern, all taken without any real losses.
Enjoy it while you can. Easy victories are short-lived.
Is that what you think? I'm afraid you're in for an unpleasant surprise.
Is that a threat?
No. A simple prediction. Enough of this. Why use this megascope? What is it you want?
I was simply curious. Wondered whom the mage had contacted.
Curious. How fascinating. You Northerners are so primitive. Like mindless magpies taking anything that shines back to their nest. Your thirst for knowledge now quenched, please allow me to see to my duties. Farewell, Your Majesty. Or rather, till next time. For there will be a next time, I assure you.
A quiet fell over the tent. The queen stepped outside, squinted her eyes against the glare of the burning fields, and swore to herself that when she did see Grand Chancellor Adel Ebdahi again, he would be a whole head shorter.
Alzur's Thunder. I remember using that in one of the puzzles. Damage unit by 10 and units adjacent to it by 5. I'd open it. Or maybe I do, instead of Ointment. I guess I better go